All right, what is up, my PTRL honeys, my homo honeys? Don't mind me, I'm just eating some movie theater popcorn, dude. What happens in Vegas? They say stays in Vegas. You hear all that? That's what's going on in the background. Anyways, um, dude, it has been a hot minute since I've done any amount of streaming, so bear with me. I'm a little slow in the brain, but without further ado, hold on, I'm resizing something really. Why is that not resizing? All right, fuck it, whatever. We are in Baku. Hold on. Fuck. Wait. Shit. Hold on. Wrong one. Wrong one. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. PTRL. PTRL. Woo! My bad. What's up, Shawarma? What's up, Stick? Um, I do hear that that is usually what happens for home races. It's a guaranteed podium, not win. Guaranteed podium. So you should be good. You should be good. But um, without further ado, let's get into the driver's standings. Driver's standings. We have the Berkster, the king of all Berks, Mr. Berkey God himself, 212 points. What is that? 20? No, yeah, 32 points ahead of Turbo Chicken, the reigning World Driver Champion. That is with 2 wins to his name. Dom with 3 has done 3 less races than the Berkey. That is where the biggest point difference comes from. And Berkey does have 7 penalty points. He's gonna need to kind of dial it back a little bit to prevent any kind of quality ban, punishments, that sort of a thing. Turbo in second place, only 21 points ahead of Gold Killer. Gold Killer, 4 points ahead of his fellow Canadian Dom, and then Nuttuck tied with Dom. I mean, this is pretty close, up and down from the top down to even P10, truthfully. But really, it comes down to these two big dogs, Berkey and Turbo Chicken. To move on to the construction, we have the Haas team led by the Berkster with 318 points. Eric is racing today. I'm pretty sure I saw his name. Yes, he is racing today. He is called Spirit Airlines. Red Bull, 311 points. Very, very close. That is Gold Killer and Max today. Mercedes, also very close. The Merc team of Shawarma and Bro Joshua. And then from there, it does kind of drop down a little bit. Alpine, Ferrari, Racing Bulls, McLaren, and Sauber all with 200 points. Um, Aston Martin, the only team to have missed a race, actually, somehow, entirely. Um, that being said, though, they do have the most wins of any constructors, all thanks to Dom. But that is it. So, let me get this logo up. Boom. And boom. Look at that. We are a go. Let me also make sure that Racing League Tools is collecting. Yes, it is. Perfect. All right. Let's get a move on, bro chachos. Let me just split my screen. Somebody should be on a hot lap here shortly, or be wrapping up their hot lap. So let me. Yep, that's moved over. Unmute the game, dude. It's like I never left. It's like I never left. All right, telemetry on. So let's get on to. There's a Williams. It is Mr. Gornola, the Wood Amariki with a V-carb immediately behind him. Either Nuttuck or Giant Stick. And he's already going into the pits? Is he taking damage on his outlap? No, it is Giant Stick who's about to begin his hot lap. He gets first dibs on this hot lap. I think there may actually be a McLaren already. Nope. Giant Stick is the first. A little bit of a wall top there. Let's keep her calm. Let's keep her chill, Mr. Stick. This is your first lap. Something about having movie theater popcorn to eat while commentating is fire. I do need to make sure I stay hydrated though, because this can dehydrate a little bit. You know, really dry up the throat. Car in front of Stick. It is a Mercedes. Might be able to use them for some slipstream. Oh, there's a little bit of bunching there. All okay though. Giant Stick unaffected. Nice width. Popping a wheel over the curb. Does set a purple sector 2, but he is the only person who has completed a sector 2 at the moment. So it's kind of a free purple sector. All right, reaching. Definitely very low wings. 351 kilometers an hour. Pretty much maxing out the speed of an F1 car in game. Decent exit. All he has left is this full speed left-hander, and we are set with this lap. Sets a 1:32.3. I do expect it to be faster, but not too shabby. Not too shabby. Max on a hot lap. Is he on a hot? Yes, yes, he is. Bro, Joshua with the 1:32.2. Immediately faster. I'm seeing a Aston Martin maybe crossing the finish line. Yes, it is. It is Dom with a 1:31.8. Already 4/10 faster than Bro Joshua. Hick also coming through, either Nova or Big Baby, unsure. It is Nova, 1:31.5, new fastest lap. Are we going to continue to see improvement after improvement? I sure hope so. Track evolution is a big deal, especially with a full grid. Bit of a lockup for Max. Does have an Aston Martin ahead of him. That being Diablo. Diablo on a hot lap as well. Diablo into P5. Max into P3. Also into the 131 range. Psychotical immediately setting a fast lap to Turbo Chicken. New fastest lap. The Berkster crossing the finish line here shortly. A 1:31.5. Good enough for P3. His teammate immediately behind him. Getting a little bit of a slipstream maybe at the end. Not quite fast. A McLaren and a Ferrari will be crossing here shortly. It is going to be mono. Oh no, he's into the pits. The McLaren was Smiley into P6. V-Carb coming in here somewhere. Nut Tuck probably. It was not Nut Tuck, but Nut Tuck is on a hot lap. It was Giant Stick somehow? I guess it's been long enough for Giant Stick to make his way back around. Nut Tuck seems to have a slightly higher front wing or a slightly higher ride height than we saw from some of the other drivers, as he does not reach 351. He only reaches 348 kilometers an hour. A 1:32. Not spectacular from Nut Tuck. Shawarma, invalidated lap going into the runoff area. We have the Ruud Amoriki on his hot lap. Shawarma saying that he was in the 1:31.4s in practice, but now his brakes are tweaking. Oof. For roleplay reasons, that may just be, you know, may need to get those tweaked by the engineers in the pits, man. Can't be having those issues. Alright. Shawarma immediately disqualified. Shawarma, what are we doing? Oh my god, Shawarma. Absolute sell if I've ever seen one. Amariki. Already out of battery. Not great battery management. What kind of a time does Mr. Amariki set? A 1:33, not great. Superiority, his teammate on a hot lap setting a P1. And leaving the session is Shawarma. No, Shawarma, don't leave the session. Superiority, 2 purple sectors back to back. Sector 1, Sector 2. Both the fastest of the session so far. Come on, man. Come on, man. Shawarma, you can't be doing that. That's a rookie mistake. The Mercedes Constructors is looking as rough as it gets. Superiority new fastest lap. Faster by 2/10. Gold Killer halfway through his hot lap. Alright. One more turn for Mr. Gold Killer. Not using up all of his battery for the lap, but does set at 132.1. Not looking great around Vegas. Nova on a hot lap. Let's watch him. Just started. What a perfect time to switch over to him. Getting a marginal amount of slipstream from a McLaren. Wants every bit of an advantage he can get. Purple Sector 1. Really? Oh, why am I getting the hiccups? Really grinding these curbs. The Mercedes Constructors might be up in flames after this. It's going to take a miracle. Dom, new fastest lap. I missed if Nova had a Purple Sector 2, but with a Purple Sector 1, he might be close. He has traffic ahead. They get out of his way immediately. Okay, no dirty air, nothing too bad. Full speed. Sprint to the finish line. Invalidated on the last corner. Would have been a slight improvement to put him into P2. That is a horrible, horrible mistake to make. Turbo Chicken invalidated time. Berkser, about to finish Sector 2, is improving. No Purple Sector 2. Took that turn just a little slower. He's about even with his time so far. What is up, Mr. K-Faz? It has been a very long time, K-Faz. It has been a long time. I have missed my Bosnian friend. My Bosnian bestie. My bi-Bosnian bestie. Alright, Berkey. Sprint to the finish line. I do not expect him to invalidate on the last corner as Nova did, but you never know. You never know. Did push it pretty close. Improved by 1/10 to go up into P4. Looking like a solid start to the weekend for Berkey. Let's move over to Joshua. Bro, Joshua in 8th place. Oh, he's on an in lap. Yeah, he's on an in lap. Let's see here. Big baby. Nope. Giant stick on a hot lap. Let's get some more giant stick, it seems. Oh, hell yeah. Your favorite Mexican, bro? I mean, I might be the only Mexican you know, but I'll take it. I'll take it. It's not even the first time I've heard that, believe it or not. Alright. Smooth control from Giant Stick, improving by almost 3/10. Could move him up several positions. Definitely would get him into the top 10 for the time being. How was your vacay, Mr. K-Faz? How are you out next weekend for FSR? You just got back. Ooh, a little bit of a slip from Stick, but able to recover. Oh, right. I remember you talking about that. I guess that's fine. I do say exercise is a little better than video games. A 131.6, enough to go into P8 for Stick. Good job, Mr. Sticky. Scavenger on an out or in lap. Hard to tell. Pretty sure it's an in lap. Spirit Airlines, Mr. Air going into the pits. Baller. Not on a hot lap. In lap, it seems. Turbo Chicken is on an out lap, so let's watch him, I guess. Nut Tuck sneaking into P2. I don't know if I just missed it or, yeah, it definitely just happened. Hey, Mr. Kfez, is Spokane, Washington? Okay. Is that the way to say it? Like, it's not a 50-50, like, oh, you could say Spokane, you could say Spokane. Like, is it undoubtedly Spokane? JC18 invalidated. Giant stick we nose on an in lap. Gold Killer on a hot lap, it seems like. Might be getting some slipstream. Does the Aston Martin stay in front of him? No, Aston Martin going to the runoff area. Will not get any more. Okay. So is it like, it is kind of an either or? You know, like how people from Boston probably say Boston, but everybody that's normal says Boston. You know what I mean? Stick, I forgot you were from the West Coast. Alright, Gold Killer. Jumping over the curb, taking it more aggressively. I missed the split time, so I don't know if he's improving or not. You might have to hook up with the giant stick, and I mean that literally. You might want to literally hook up with him. Gold Cutter, I think, is running slightly higher wings than is necessary, as he doesn't reach even remotely close to 350 kilometers an hour. That might be hurting him down the straights. Let's see, does he improve here? Does he improve from 132? He does, up 5/10, almost up into P10. Stick on 0-0 wings, that makes sense. That makes sense as to why he maxed out the top speed of his car, Nova, on another hot lap. This being his last hot lap of the session, I think. No. Is it his hot lap? I don't think so. He's kind of taking his time on it. Let's watch the championship leader. I expect big things from the Berkey. Always got to expect big things from Berkey. Alright. Here we go. Shortly, we shall see Berkey's last hot lap of the qualifying session. Did that invalidate his next lap? Oh, I hope it didn't. He seems to be pushing, though, so maybe not. I think it did. I think it did. It's still red. I don't know. Yes, this is PTRL Tier 1. Yes, yes, yes. I do nothing but the best around here. We will check back with Berkey. I'm a little concerned that he did invalidate that last lap. So Scavenger here is improving slightly. Oh, that is aggressive over the bumps. Seems to have saved himself a lot of time. That is a bit of a gambler's way to take that corner. It can be very fast, but other times it can be very, very slow. It can unsettle your car a little too much, and then you just can't get back on the traction, and it just slows you down. It's a bit of a gamble, but it is definitely the way to go. A little bit of a lockup, but under control. All right, Scavenger out of battery. He's gonna hurt him down this last corner. Improves by 3 cents up into P3. Nut tuck early in his hot lap. Where's Dom? Dom is just ahead of him. Okay. See what Nut tuck is looking like on his split. He is even with his split. Dom. Dom is going to be 3/10 improvement. Oh, Nutug's gonna have to pull something straight out of his ass to really compete with that. 3/10. Superiority of 130.6. Oh my god. Oh, Nutug's not keeping up right now. Dom getting a slipstream from his teammate as well, and he gets in his way. Diablo, I think, was on a hot lap. I don't know what happened there. Absolutely cucked his teammate, but his teammate should potentially still remain in the top 3 in qualifying. What are we doing? Berkey, I have no words for what happened. I was hoping that wasn't the case, but it yeah, it was bad. If it makes you feel any better, Nova did do that earlier, except it wasn't to set up a lap. It was to, like, finishing his hot lap, where he improved by like 3/10 to go into P2. Um, he what's it called? He invalidated. And then, massive surprise to me, JC18 P2. I think that is the first time I've ever seen this man on the front row. Even the front 3 rows, I think. Absolutely ridiculous, man. Diablo was in AI, ruining his teammate's hot lap. I did use to commentate for HNN. That was the very first league that I commentated for. It was not paid, but it was pretty cool. It was my very first. It was my introduction to commentating. It was my introduction to anything content creation wise too. Well, let me rephrase that. As far as like F1 content. And that was your first league? K-Faz, dude, I'm gonna come. Dude, we're like butt buddies. We are like butt buddies, man. Alright, this drink is done. I didn't know you were in there, K-Faz. I really didn't. Dom calling for a race ban immediately. That's hilarious. I mean, that is unfortunate for Dom. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why I just didn't realize or don't remember you really. All right. Well, they're gonna get a couple minutes. Let me actually run down and bring myself up something to drink. And actually, I should probably also stop eating this popcorn. Oh fuck, dude! I have some pizza rolls. I should have fired those up when I had the chance. Okay, well this is trash now. No more of that. No, grab this one. No, no, grab this one. Wait, what is that? Well, alright. Making my way back upstairs with a nice little cold bev in my hand. And by bev, I mean soda. I have a nice soda in my hands. Alright, Stick, so you were on pace for P3 at Vegas. Bruh. What are we doing, Stick? See, Stick? That is an anti-veteran move from you. From a 30 pounds of pressure? Bruh. That's nothing, bruh. You're a big man. When the pizza rolls are done? Ninja? I do not get that reference. I really do not. I don't know that. Fuck, dude. Do I go heat up some pizza rolls? That's what I'm saying, K-Fest. See, Shawarma just doesn't think so, bruh. Shawarma is just weak. I've actually beat my I've beat my brakes into submission. Genuinely? Oh. I still don't get the reference, but that I can begin to imagine the context. Yeah, I've like beat my brakes into submission to where they're no longer anywhere near as stiff as they used to be. This brake pedal is my bitch, bro. Okay, I get it now, shawarma, alright? Jeez. Jeez, man. Fuck, I should have thrown some pizza rolls in the air fryer. Do I? Fuck yeah, I do. Fuck it, dude. I don't give a shit. I gotta be fast though. I'm fast as fuck, boy. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Alright. I should probably take the toaster off of my air fryer. Unplug that, plug in my air fryer. Come on. Don't need this attachment. I don't need this attachment either. I don't even know where the other one of that is. What is this low-key muck in here? There's like a dot of grease left over. What is that from? Oh, fuck, wait, hold on, that's part of my... Oh, shit, I kinda cooked it. Where am I? I can hear them going in their formation lab, bruh. Fuck. Shit. It might be cooked, I don't think I have enough time. Shit, I need to hurry up. Wait, how do I open this without... Oh no. Oh nosers. Okay, there we go. Ooh, get some in there. Come on! Come on! Dude, I'm just pouring the fucking powder in there. There's no pizza rolls coming out. I need this a little bit, this opening a little bigger. Shit, I'm running out of time. I'm running out of time. Okay, that should be good enough. Alright, what does it say for air fryer? It doesn't say. Oh, it does. 4 minutes at 390. Uh, uh, shit. Air fry. Time. I'll do 5 because it's straight from the freezer. Whoa. Actually, I'll do 4 because there's a lot less. Shit. Okay, start. I gotta make it back. I gotta make it back. Whew. Oh, I had way more time than I thought. Alright. JC18 disqualified. Interesting. Whew. My heart is pumping. So we have pretty much everybody in mediums except for Turbo, Max, Nova, and Stick. So Stick is getting a wheel, pedal, and shifter setup for $250. Oh my god, dude. Oh, speaking of which, I can explain more in depth, but dude, my PC's getting a massive fucking upgrade. It's gonna be pretty much as good as it's ever gonna be for the rest of my life. Unless I upgrade to AM5. Or switch over to Intel. But for gaming, it's looking like AMD is gonna be the way for a very long time. I'll get into that later in the race. Alright. Grid has been reformed. I think I might dip into P8. It's gonna be pretty bunched up in this turn 1. Alright, here we go. Longer short sequence. What do we got here today? Bit of a short one. Off we go. Straight into turn 1. Can we keep it clean? Oh, what was that kick doing? That was a huge send from the kick. That was Nova. I don't know. I don't know if it's his fault, but it looked very interesting. Alpine absolutely dicked, and that is psychotical. Oh, no. Immediately turn 1 incidents. Max fighting side by side with Berkey. Berkey holding onto the outside, not like he has much of a chance. And then Max immediately bumping him into the wall. And the Red Bull also going to the wall with a V-Carbon stick. Stick and Gold Killer, no. Not much else happening up here near the front. Psychotical and Diablo at the back. Berkey very close to Nova. Okay, not much else going on. Berkey does get purple sector 2, though. We have yellow flags being waved. At the back, more collisions going on. No, Shawarma, please don't tell me. No, Shawarma, please. Oh, did Shawarma get shafted again? I really hope not. I really hope not. Dom gaining rapidly on the Alpine of JC18. Smiley, Baller, and Bro Joshua battling. Bro Joshua conceding the position, not wanting to risk too much. Back to the top. Dom, JC18 and Superiority, front 3. Nut Tuck very close behind. We have a bit of a DRS train that goes from start to... Oh my god, these two continuing to battle here. Say hello. Hello. How are you, Bro Joshua? Alright, it is Baller ahead. Let's see, anything else? DRS is now open. Shawarma retiring from the session. Oh, maybe he didn't get his brake pedals fixed. This is looking like a bad day at the office for the Mercedes team. This might be the end of their constructors' hopes. Berkey close to Nova. The Wood Amariki and Epic Baller fighting now. You killed 3 people and had 0 brakes? Well, you killed people. That's probably the worst part of it all. Alright, a lot of gaps near the back. Dom ahead of JC18. Dom double overtake. With no DRS. But they're going to try to take these positions back. It is Superiority pushing back up ahead. JC18 also trying to make a move all the way up to the front almost. Slowing down Dom. It is now a 4-legged race. It is the front 4 fighting. Nova under threat from Turbo. They're trading the fastest laps. Berkey looking to gain time, gain positions too. Taking the tighter line around this corner. Has the jump of the Ferrari. Not happening. Nothing happening. These 4 continuing to just kind of sit in DRS. Nova could use this to his advantage if he can catch up. Nova, Nut Tuck overtaking the Red Bull, or the Ferrari. I mean, it's so hard to get a good view or vantage around this track. Some of these angles are a little cooked. I have to like sit here in POV from behind. This is some tight battling up and down the grid. Max potentially being overtaken by his teammate Gold Killer, not giving his teammate room. Maybe sliding over to the side there to give him room there. The McLaren maybe bumping into the Red Bull of Max. All right, now this is where we start to see some moves down this very long back section. Oh, I can smell the pizza rolls, dude. Fuck, why is there action going on? Guys, stop being like fun and interesting for a second, please, so I can go get my pizza rolls. Oh, but I don't have a plate. I might have to throw them in a bowl. Shit, this is what happens when you don't do your dirty dishes. Turbo looking to move on Nut Tuck. Not happening. He's waiting for his moment. His moment is now. The kick kind of cutting across the V-carb. The Ferrari taking the inside line. Nova now into 4th. Nut Tuck in 5th. What is going on up here? Nut Tuck. Oh, what has happened here? I think it's just the DRS thing. Superiority taking the inside line. It is JC18 now ahead. Dom potentially getting a better exit. Is now ahead. Oh, but he locks up into the wall. No damage taken. Recovers nicely. Still in second. All right, you guys might hate me, but I'm taking my chances now. I'm gambling that nothing is really gonna happen between these top three in the time that I'm gone picking up my pizza rolls. I also just need to make sure that I'm not setting my apartment on fire. It is a little smoky. They feel kind of fire. Wait, do I have a plate? Hold on. I think I do have a plate. I do! I lied. I do have a clean plate. Oh, you know what? The smoky might be a little bit of the crumbs that fell through. Okay, I'm on my way up. I'm all the way up. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. Alright, I'm back. Hopefully nothing happened. Or if it did happen, I caught it. Gold Killer into 10th? I don't think he was that far down. Bro, Joshua's still hanging out in the midfield. Turbo and Max fighting. It is Turbo holding the position. Fuck, this shit's hot on the inside. I forgot. It's been a while. Okay. Still a front three race between Dom, JC18, and Superiority. Baller might be making a move. Nope. No such luck. You know who is though? JC18. Hello! Goodbye, Mr. Dom. Is now ahead. No retaliatory move from Dom. Happy to DRS swap, it seems. Superiority now starting to slip back a little bit behind them now. Turbo on the inside of Nova takes the position. Nova potentially being overtaken by Max. Max not able to make up the distance early enough. Bro, Joshua is now ahead of Gold Killer. Max ahead of Nova as well. Where's he at? Nova. Maybe a bit of a poor turn there. Dom overtaking JC18. I mean, this is just constant swapping back and forth, you know? It's kind of how it be around here. Smiley very close. Not gonna happen. Turbo is potentially gaining, not quite. Trying not to switch too much, but there's a lot of action going on up and down the grid. Dude, let me show you what. That was my first time ever air frying pizza rolls. I've always had or thrown them in a microwave. Yeah, I can reinvite you. Shawarma, just let me know when to reinvite you. No, Stick. No, don't say that. Don't say that, Stick. Just believe, Stick, please. Max and Turbo very close to each other. Oh, I need to make sure that Racing League Tools is actually picking up the race as well. It is. Okay, perfect. Whew. Almost gave me a heart attack there. Forgot to check that earlier. Danny-san. It is now a four-legged race. Turbo is ahead of Bricky. Okay, reinvite. I'll do it right now. Super fast. Watch this shit. Boom. Ooh, 3-car battle here. Ferrari trying to poke his nose on the inside. A little cautious not to mess him up. Berkey holding on to 5th. Okay, Shorma. No! Don't say that. Don't say that, Snookums. I love you very much. Okay. Whoever the fuck just said that's weird as hell, bro. Who talks like that? Anyways, Nova gaining rapidly on Max. No, he's not. Kind of cooked his exit on that turn. He does have Bro Joshua sneaking up behind him. Hello, senor. I've come for your pickle. Oh, but Bro Joshua, what is this battery management? He's out of battery. Turbo up ahead of Berkey. Oh, there's been a collision. Turbo is dead. Well, not dead, but his wing is cooked. His wing is absolutely fried. But yeah, it's like they're like crispy. They're like crispy from the air fryer, where the microwave makes them just kind of like soft. I mean, I like them both ways. You know, I like it both soft and crispy. You know what I mean? But this is pretty elite. And I think I hit the perfect like cook time on them. Gold Killer ahead of Bro Joshua, because they're not like steaming hot, but they're like hot. You know, they're like nice. Oh, he's dead. Bro Joshua's dead. Dead in the wall. Happened while I was taking a sweet, delectable, delicious bite of my pizza roll. Where does this pace come from, JC18? I've never seen you this rapid. I've never seen you this confident around a track. Looking up and down the boulevard. Wait, what's that song from? Walking up and down the boulevard. It's from, fuck, why am I blanking on the name of the song? Why am I forgetting the name of the song? It's such an iconic song. Hold on. Don't Stop Believing. There we go. I don't know why I was struggling with this. Superiority leaping ahead of JC18. Still battling. Still side by side. Tricky place to be side by side. Gets the DRS. Actually, both of them do. What's up, Mr. Rockstar? I have a popcorn kernel stuck in my gum and I can feel it. Walking up and down the boulevard. Somewhere, something in the night. Don't stop believing. Just hold on to that feeling, yeah. You guys know what I mean? You guys know what I mean. Wait, would you get P3 in Rockstar Limitless with Dustin? I think that's the one that runs on Mondays. Not much else happening at the moment. Means more time for me and my PTRLs. Street lights, people in the night. Yeah, really? Not much is going on. Oh, actually, I don't know how I missed this. Superiority got ahead of JC18. Okay, nothing new there. There was a bit of a... Ooh, Berkey going to the pits along with Smiley, undercutting the competition. But Superiority got ahead of JC18. I thought, okay, no busy, no shimmy. They're just DRS swapping. But then all of a sudden, Superiority is over a second and a half behind of Dom. What has gone on there? May have kind of handed not the win yet. We don't know that yet, but handed a huge advantage to Dom. JC18 really wanting to fight. Up the inside. Might have gotten a track limit warning there. Yeah, Shawarma, you might want to go ahead and start getting an early bird start on Heat last place. Alright, what are you saying? Heat last place with commentator. Oh, wait. Pete last place, W commentator. Oh! I'm stupid. That took me a second, dude. I'm brain dead. Yeah, Shawarma DNF'd. But he had technical issues. He had a hardware issue. So it's honestly kind of depressing to see that from Shawarma. He also said that because his brakes weren't working, he took out 3 people. So, take from that what you want. Oh, man. Sometimes one of the easiest things in life is making fun of Shawarma. It's okay, Shawarma Daddy. We all love you, homie. Seeing a tight battle here between a Red Bull, a kick, oh, and a Ferrari. Ferrari, maybe a little bit of a net code contact with the kick there. JC18 has gotten ahead of superiority now, but they are now 2.34 seconds behind of Dom. So Nova and Turbo really duking it out right now. Both wanting to get ahead of the other as soon as possible. Both on very high battery. And it's going to be especially difficult for Turbo as Nova is within DRS range of Gold Killer. Ooh, it is the Ferrari. It is Turbo making the send. Nova taking a little too long to get ahead of Gold Killer. We might see a 2 wide of both of them. Nova having the advantage with the inside line. Gornola, I think, overtaken by Nut Tuck there. No, we're seeing a lot of pits. Dom, Superiority, JC18 all going to the pits. All switching onto the hards. It is Max in the lead for the time being. So, as it stands, we have Epic Baller up 11 positions. He has yet to pit, though. Could lose a lot of what are those positions. But, so far, of the one-stoppers, or the people who have pit stopped once, which, you know, is pretty much a one-stop, Nuttuck is the leader. Nuttuck, I guess, with the, I don't know. I don't think he was one of the first to pit. He was one of the first. Solid undercut, it seems like. Decently powerful. Is ahead of Dom. But just like that, Dom is in danger already. Or not Dom, Nuttuck is in danger already. As Dom has gotten ahead of him. Wave goodbye. Goodbye, senor. You are a garbanzo. That's what he said. That's what he said. That was, I tapped into his radio. He just called you an absolute bum, Nuttuck. What are you going to do about it? He's disrespecting your mama, too. I heard that. Psychotical getting ahead of Smiley. Taking the inside line. Can they keep it clean through here? As they can. It seems like Psychotical kind of pulling out of that move a little bit. Psychotical is up in 11th after getting seemingly cucked at the start. It has no battery, though. A bit of an issue. JC18. Dom back in the lead of the true track position as neither Nova, Turbo, nor Max have pit yet. And the thing is, those 3 at the top who have yet to pit will be going on to mediums to finish the race. Could be strong for them. Could be strong for them. I do see Gold Killer very close to Psychotical. JC18 getting very close to superiority right now. Has a DRS, should get ahead of him here shortly. At the moment, as far as teammates go, like team partnership, I mean, the Alpines, I think at first glance, look to be doing the best. JC18 and Psychotical. Superiority, side by side with JC18, is currently ahead. No longer. Who gets the DRS? It is Superiority with the DRS. Should get ahead. Has almost no battery, though. I've yet to know. I've yet to learn and understand how an air fryer works. How does an air fryer work? I really don't know. Shawarma, I am not just gonna buy you the DLC. If you put away the money that I've been paying you to commentate, you'd be able to afford it. Bro, no. I am not doing that shit. I just dropped $500 on PC ports. Speaking of which, I forgot to go over that. So, recently, Dom and Gold Killer both getting ahead of drivers. Nova dropping down 2 positions, always going to the pits. Okay, that makes sense. But as I was saying, so I'd been starting to look at upgrading my CPU because from only racing, not commentating, racing, F1, and streaming at the same time was starting to take up too much of my CPU for whatever reason. I guess just not enough threads to do the multi-purpose tasking. Multitasking, that's the word. Just not enough threads for the multitasking. Is and you know, I know that because the utilization would shoot up to a million%. But I had a 5600. I was looking at getting a 58 or a 5700X. Dude, why am I hiccuping so much? Holy fuck. Both very, very good CPUs. Very good CPUs. And I just ordered one. I ordered one. And then earlier today, I was at work. I was very busy. I was like, fuck it. You know, I'm so bored. I'm going to look at Facebook Marketplace for the first time since last year. I scroll for a little bit. I don't see anything. I refresh. Boom. Very top suggestion. Nuttuck. Now into P2. First suggestion. $500. Okay. Well, that's kind of a lot of money. What could possibly be in here? It's a PC. I'm not really looking at a PC. The top part of the description. 5800 X3D. Now, if you guys don't know anything about PC parts, think of it as like old generation computer components and then new generation. So old generation still very, very good. That is AM4 platform. And so, you know, there's a specific like AM4 CPUs will not go onto AM5 boards and vice versa. They're not compatible at all. A 5800 X3D is the absolute best AM4 like kind of old gen CPU you can buy. It is $1,000 brand new as it stands right now. It is supposed to be re-released soon, but it was never even, it's not like it's going to drop down hundreds and hundreds of dollars. It is expensive as shit right now. $1,000 worth right now. $500 I'm getting in a 5800 X3D just off the bat. That's amazing. That is ridiculous. Stick, I don't want to fucking hear it, okay? This is my moment of glory. I don't want you ruining it for me. But that is disgusting. If you guys don't know anything, again, whatever, Giant Stick 9800 X3Ds, that dude is just loaded with money. He's probably been saving up his entire life to buy his PC parts. But Dom and Nuttuck kind of switching back and forth at the moment, DRS swapping. But so That the CPU alone, 5800 X3D for $500, amazing, absolutely ridiculously, insanely great uh, value. 64 or 32 gigabytes of RAM. RAM is pretty expensive right now. It is DDR4, so, again, old gen, but it's still pretty expensive right now because people are stupid. Psychotical ahead of Gold Killer, with Max very close behind. Oh, do we? No, we do not go 3 white. Thank you, Gold Killer, for not doing that. Actually, that's not Gold Killer. That would have been Max. No, that would have been Gold Killer. The two Red Bulls side by side right now with each other. But as I was saying, and then 32 gigabytes of RAM, pretty solid, pretty solid. A 240 millimeter AIO, which is pretty much a very, very, very powerful cooler for the CPU because that is that 5800 takes up kind of a lot of power, does heat up quite a bit. You know, it costs to be such a powerful CPU. So that's uber good already. A smaller case, so not a full-size PC case, but a slightly smaller one, and therefore the motherboard is also a smaller version, which the smaller motherboard costs more because I don't know, takes more effort to build, I guess. Or in the factory, like for them to produce, it's a little more expensive. So and that's perfect. And then what else? I can't remember what else, like a Wi-Fi adapter, whatever. Just it's pretty much a fully built computer minus the GPU and the storage. Storage I'm gonna have to buy regardless. That's not something I would really want to buy used anyways. That's kind of a little too sketchy for me. But I was looking to upgrade my computer. I had already bought something, and then in comes right on my lap the absolute pinnacle of upgrade for a ridiculously low price. And I'm planning on building a PC for my neighbor because he's going to college soon, in the fall. And I said, you know what, dude, I'll build you a PC. It'll help you out. And that pretty much did the work for me. I had a power supply. It wasn't that good, but it was an okay power supply. McLaren taking the inside of Max, not making the move though. Evaluating his options and deciding to be patient a little bit. But I have like 2 GPUs just sitting in my closet. I actually have 3 GPUs sitting in my closet. I had a motherboard. I had kind of shitty RAM. It wasn't great. I was gonna have to buy a new RAM anyways. But yeah, like between combining what I've bought from what I bought earlier and then this computer that I got off of Marketplace, Dom overtaken by Nuttuck. It is now Nuttuck with the lead of the race. But yeah, between those two purchases that I've made, my computer's gonna get a massive upgrade. My neighbor is gonna get a much better computer than I was anticipating, and then I'm also gonna be upgrading my little brother's PC a little bit too with a better CPU. Pretty much the CPU that I just ordered. That was gonna be for me, but is now gonna be for him, I guess. So it's just overall win-win. $500 might sound like a lot, but the value was like 150% of what I paid for it. Absolutely perfect. Perfect. It was the holy grail of a find on Facebook Marketplace. The dude said he got back from deployment 2 days ago, and he had just already priced out a brand new PC. So, yeah, that PC was not going to be available for much longer. No chance in the world it would be on there by the end of the week. I had to pull the trigger, and pull the trigger I did. So I'm excited, man. I had like an hour before I had to do some stuff, and so didn't really have enough time to go ahead and set everything up. Because I've never set up an AIO cooler before. I've only ever done regular air coolers. So I want to make sure I do that properly. And then you also really want to make sure that you Dom back ahead of Nuttug. These two continuing to DRS swap, kind of preserve their 1-2 positioning right now. JC18 in third, but holding off superiority. But yeah, so what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Whoa, JCT no longer holding superiority behind him. 6 laps to go. Oh, fuck, what was I just saying? Oh, even if I wanted to, and even if I could set this up before the race today, I don't have any spare, um, thermal paste. So it would have been pretty much impossible to safely, move the CPUs around. So it'll have to wait till tomorrow when the CPU paste, comes in. I know you can just probably buy that. I don't have a micro center nearby, first of all. Um, and when I purchased the CPU, there was a thermal paste tube, and I was like, oh, well, let's just package deal them together since I'm not gonna do anything until the CPU gets here, anyways. Um, but good thing the thermal paste does come in tomorrow, where the CPU doesn't come in until like a week and a half from now. So pretty solid, pretty solid. All right, about to be 5 laps to go in this race. Dom Nuttuck 1-2 with superiority in third. Kind of fighting with JC18. They've been kind of, back and forth a little bit. Berkey seemingly solidified in P5. Turbo Chicken in 6th. Kind of under danger from Psychotical, though. We'll have to see what the tire crossover looks like. Turbo's tires are about to be 6 laps old, whereas Psychotical's hards are about to be 10 laps old. Sounds like the crossover point, but it'll mostly depend on who's been not so hard on their tires. Max has the fastest tires along with Nova of anybody in this race right now. We'll have to wait and see if it pays off for them. Kind of seems like it is, as he is gaining on his teammate very rapidly. What will happen to Nova for him to be so far down? I'm not used to seeing him so far down the grid. Oh, you know what? That invalidated qualifying lap could have put him up a lot higher. Might have been more in the mix. Less traffic to deal with. Could be a big reason why. JC18, nothing. Nut Tuck. We'll have DRS. Smiley with a 3-second time penalty. A little rare around Vegas. A little rare. Nut Tuck is getting ahead of Dom. Both on similar battery levels. JC18 might have been a little bit of a side-by-side with superiority. Hard to tell. Dom potentially making a move. Holy piss, bro. My phone is tweaking. Alright, sorry. I was just texting back my girlfriend. Not much else happening up and down the grid, it seems like. From P11 down, it looks pretty solidified. JC18 actually is now ahead of superiority. Superiority fighting back. Is now ahead. And has the DRS. Gold Killer. Getting ahead of Psychotical, maybe? Not quite, not quite. And slowed himself down trying to make that move. Normal leaving the session. Should only be, what, 3 laps left? Yep, 3 laps left. Oh, he's about to test his wheels again, or his pedals. The two Red Bull drivers still kind of fighting with each other. Maybe not really fighting, but just kind of having to maneuver around each other. Max with a bit of a run on Gold Killer. Pray they take each other out, bruh. I don't know, man. It's not looking like it. Oh, I just realized Max is reserving. He's normal. It's normally Spark's seat. I just realized I'm stupid. Completely forgot about that. That's why I'm doing Racing League tools, because Spark is not here. All Sharma's got is hopes and prayers at this point. Yep, pretty much, man. All right, Max had a bit of a run on Psychotical. Not able to keep it up through these S's. We'll have a DRS though. Doesn't really have a battery advantage, so it's gonna come down to setup and slipstream. Maybe Gold Killer can give him a little bit of a bump draft. Stick has floor damage? Bro, Stick is just getting shafted left, right, and center. Max getting ahead of Psychotical. KFAS, it is kind of easier to do that. To just stream instead of recording. Less to deal with. It's a lot less time and effort to just clip something if you need to off of your own stream. No, Stick, don't say that, Stick. Stick, just tell him to move you down to P2 or to D2. Are you eligible to move down to D2, Stick? You might have a little more fun in there. Maybe though, because also it being D2, there might be a little more carnage. 2 laps left to go. Can Nut Tuck make one more move on Dom? Dom has slightly younger tires. Shawarma, you jinxed yourself, homie. Alright, Epic Baller trying to get ahead of Gold Killer. Max is now in 7th, kind of leaving his teammate behind. Yeah, that's true, KFAS, but they don't last forever. If you have Amazon Prime, they last for 2 months. Otherwise, it's a week. I think there's another way. I think there's some other thing to where they last a month. Either way, even if they only last for a week, you can just upload them to YouTube afterwards. If you want to keep them. That's actually what I do. I haven't updated them in a while because I do have a 2-month kind of grace period. Last lap. Here we go. Let's watch Nut Tuck and Dom fight for the lead. Yeah, exactly, KFAS, exactly. And then it just like auto purges itself. But yeah, since I have 2 months, I kind of leave it till it's almost 2 months, and then I just mass transfer them to YouTube. Gold Killer with a run on Psychotical, maybe. Hold on, let's watch this real quick. No such luck. Back to the leaders. Can Nut Tuck make some sort of last-ditch effort to take the lead from Dom? Dom could make it 4 race wins here in Vegas. I like the shit out of you, KFAS. Gold Killer might be able to get ahead of Psychotical. Nut Tuck probably very unlikely to get ahead of Dom. It should be a Dom win, it seems like. Happy to stay in second. I'm sending some crazy aggressive move. Nice to see. Oh, Nut Tuck almost losing it there. All good. Doesn't really matter because it's going to be Dom with another race win. That is now 4 wins for Dom. Nut Tuck taking second. Superiority should be safe in his 3rd place. He is 3rd place for Superiority, 4th for JC18. Probably his best ever of the season. Berkey doing well to get good points as the current leader, 5th. Turbo Chicken immediately behind him though. Scavenger into 7th. Good points for the Red Bulls in Sparks' absence. Gold Killer finishing 8th. Psychotical 9th. Baller 10th. Nova 11th. Joshua should be 12th. And then back here, it's going to be a little weird. I haven't been keeping track of penalties because they're a little rare around Vegas. So let's see where these guys actually finish. Smiley in 13th. Amarinki 14th. Big Baby should be getting 15th. Eric, yeah, everybody from here on out should be in their true finishing positions. Holy piss, Diablo's all the way back here? Jeez. The only driver to get lapped. Stick in 18th. Unfortunate for the stick. Unfortunate for the stick. Psychotical immediately complaining in chat. Well, stick, I believe in you, man. I know you said it started to get really frustrating, but I believe. Maybe the F126 refresh is all you need. Maybe that's all you need. Oh, my knee is itching really bad. What the heck? Well, that does it for this race around Vegas. No, Stick, no. I see what you just said. No, Stick, no. But that has been PTRL Tier 1, D1, whatever you want to call it. Big Dicks, Big Dick Division 1 around Vegas, week 11. How many weeks left? Just one, right? Hold on, hold on, hold on. Maybe more, actually. No, it is one more. Abu Dhabi next week. Be there or be square. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are always amazing. I'm always amazing, I hope. Always a pleasure commentating for PTRL. Full grids all the time. Same with Scrub. We got one more left next week. Fire. Fire, fire. All right, well, I'll see you all later. I'm going to wind down, jork it a little bit maybe, play some video games of my own, and then go to sleep. Go to sleep, man. Nice knowing you, Fridge. Eh? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? But all right, I will see you guys later. Have a great night. I shall see you in PTRL next week for the season finale. Have a great one, boys.